The 4-blade Mercury Fury prop is one of the newest props that Mercury makes. When they came out with it, their idea, or their marketing for it, was to combine the top-end performance of the Fury with the low-end performance of 4-blade props. So get that quick hole shot combined with that fast top-end speed and good handling. But as with anything, there's usually trade-offs. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the attributes of this prop and how it compares with other ones. So when it comes to speed, typically this 4-blade Fury is going to run a little bit slower than, say, the 3-blade props. It's a trade-off. It's kind of what has to happen. But when it comes to hole shot, it's spectacular, especially this particular prop. It has the 2 vent plugs behind each blade. On this 2-stroke, it seems to do pretty good, and a lot of people say, it takes off really well, jumps right out of the hole. So now let's talk about the on-the-water testing on this prop. So all of the testing I did, I simulated a full tournament load, so I didn't have a passenger with me, but I had full live wells, a full tank of gas, and that's going to be pretty close to the weight that's going to be in the boat at takeoff on tournament morning. In my on-the-water testing of the Fury 4, I was able to hit 69.5 miles an hour, which is pretty fast. That's not bad. This boat definitely goes a little faster with the 3 blades, but overall, pushing 70 miles an hour is plenty fast on the water. It'll get you to the fish. For hole shot, typically the 4 blades perform pretty good. This one should perform better than the 3 blades. And when I did the physical testing, this prop absolutely spooled up great and it just took right off. And a big reason for this is the 2 vent plugs in the side of this prop. So if you watched my Bravo video, it didn't have any vent plugs in the Bravo. It really didn't perform that great for hole shot. And those vent plugs are a major reason why. When I hit the gas with this one, it just immediately spools up and it takes right off. This 2-stroke gets to, those higher RPMs where it does its best and just took off like a rocket. When it comes to handling, typically, once again, these 4 blades do better than the 3 blades. So the Bravo and the Fury 4 are going to do better than the Tempest and the Fury 3. And honestly, this thing did pretty good. So like driving this Fury 4, you can see some of these videos here, was a lot of fun. You can just cut it, hit the gas, it just, takes off. It's a lot of fun. Overall handling, it was exceptional with this prop. No complaints there. I'm not saying it was better than like the Bravo, but it took off faster. So I could cut it and hit the gas and it would just, take right off. And at high speed, the handling was decent. Honestly, none of these props, you just can't turn that well at high speed, full trim. But, you can turn a little bit. Some of them turn more than others. This one is better than most. So if you do go to buy a Fury 4, of course, you're going to have to choose what pitch prop you want. This is a 24 pitch. And for me, this prop spun 5,760 RPMs. So that is, right where this motor should be running. Like 5,800 is about what you want, so it's pretty close to that. Typically, compared to the Tempest, if you run a 25 Tempest, you're going to want to go down 1 pitch to a 24 Fury 4. That's about, as far as the props comparison, every prop typically runs a little bit different on RPMs. That's about the change you're going to need to make to get a similar RPMs out of the Fury 4 as out of the Tempest. And that's pretty accurate for the testing that I did with this boat. So when you go to set up a boat with a Fury 4, a good place to start for prop height. So prop height is just how far below or above the bottom of your boat the prop shaft is. You want to start with a prop, or a good starting point for the prop is right around 2.5 inches below pad. That's where the Fury 4 will like to run on a lot of boats. And it's a good starting point. From there, you can try adjusting it and see if you get better performance. One interesting aspect I wanted to test for this video series was fuel economy. So to do this, I basically ran at 50 miles an hour, as close as I could get on my graph, at full trim, and recorded the gallons per hour usage off my Mercury SmartCraft gauge. So for the Fury 4 prop, I measured 13.4 gallons per hour usage at 51 miles an hour, which gave a fuel economy of 3.8 miles per gallon, which is better than the 3 blades. It's right on par with the 4-blade Bravo. That is a little surprising to me. I expected those 3 blades, a little more bow lift to get the boat out of the water better, but it was, at 50 miles an hour, it definitely seemed like those 4 blades, perform better for fuel economy. So although the Fury 4 is a really good prop, one issue it does have, same thing with the 4-blade Bravo, is it likes to throw blades. If you run your Fury 4 a lot and you put hundreds of hours on your motor, it's probably going to happen eventually. It's probably not so much of a question of if, it's more of a question of when it's going to happen. So you'll want to have a spare prop in the boat if you can, just in case it throws a blade. You can pull up on the bank and switch out the prop and you're good to go again. Hope you all found this video to be helpful. So there'll be more prop videos coming out, going through a few props, testing and comparing them. So once I get those videos posted, I'll link one of them right here. And if not, Be sure to hit the subscribe button right here so you don't miss all those future videos. Thank you all.